Alright, so you want to get better at Fortnite and be that guy who cranks 90 so fast that your enemies just rage quit. Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to dive into the magic of VOD reviewing and watching pro Fortnite gameplay. By the time you're done reading this and watching this video, because it is pro gameplay, you'll have the tools to stop being a bot and start clapping those sweats in the lobby. So, let's dive right into it. Step 1. What even is a VOD? First off, let's make sure we're on the same page. A VOD is basically a recording of a game. Think of it like a highlight reel, except instead of showing you all your epic plays, it's probably going to show you all the times you messed up. Yeah, it's a little painful, but trust me, it's worth it. You can record your own gameplay or watch someone else's, like other pros, or even your friends. Either way, the goal is to figure out what's working, what's not, and what makes the pros look like they're playing in a different universe and on a different level. Alright, step 2. Why you should review VODs. So why bother watching a replay of yourself getting boxed like a fish? Because it's the fastest way to get better. Reviewing VODs help you find your mistakes. Let's be real, sometimes you're going to get outplayed, but other times you might have just made a bad decision. VOD reviews help you spot those moments. Next, it helps you understand the game. Fortnite isn't just about building and shooting, it's about positioning, timing, and making big brain plays like I've said in the past. Watching replays helps you understand how all these pieces fit together. Next, steal strats from the pros. If you see a pro doing something cool in VODs or watching their gameplay, you can add it to your own game. Just make sure to give it to your own twist so it's not obvious you're copying them. I mean, you could just copy them, it doesn't really matter, but being unpredictable is very important in Fortnite. Alright, enough talk. Let's break down how to actually do this. Step 3. How to review your own gameplay. Start with the basics. When you're watching your VODs, don't just sit there like you're binge watching Netflix. Pay attention. Start with these basic questions. Did you land in a good spot? How's your loot path? Are you grabbing enough materials and weapons before heading into fights? Are you dying early or making it to endgame? Did you rotate correctly or were you running through the open like a headless chicken? Part 2 of step 3 is analyze your fights. Now let's dig a little deeper. Watch your fights like you're a detective solving a mystery. Look for missed shots. Did you whiff an easy shot? Maybe your aim's off or you're panicking under pressure. Positioning. Were you standing out in the open or did you have cover? Pro tip, standing in the open is a very bad idea. Don't do it. It's not really a pro tip. It's just common sense. And edits and builds. Did you box up fast enough? Were your edits smooth or did you accidentally edit a door instead of a window? We've all been there. No judgment, by the way. And part 3 of step 3 is figure out what went wrong. Here's the hard part. Be honest with yourself. If you got destroyed, it's probably not because the other guy was hacking. Ask yourself, did I panic? Was I too aggressive or too passive? Did I make a dumb decision, like pushing a fight I wasn't ready for? And part 4 of step 3 is take notes. Yes, I'm serious. Write stuff down. If you're dying the same way every game, you need to fix it. Make a list of what you need to work on and focus on one thing at a time. For example, if your aim is trash, spend time in aim trainers or creative maps. If your edits are slow, practice them until your fingers hurt. Just don't break your keyboard, okay? Like most of the other pros. Alright, now we're going into step 4, how to watch pro gameplay. Now that you've roasted your own gameplay and compared it to the pros and you look like absolute shit, we're gonna watch some pro gameplay so that you don't feel so bad about yourself. It's time to see how the pros do it. Watching pro gameplay isn't just about fanboying over clicks or booga, although it's totally fine. I mean, it's totally fine, right? It's about learning from the best. And here's how to do it. Pick the right pros. Not all pros play the same way. Some are super aggressive, while others play more defensively. Find a pro whose style matches what you're trying to learn. If you're crazy into box fighting mechanics, watch someone like Clicks. If you're all about smart rotations and positioning, watch someone like Seti or Muzz. And there used to be a lot of good competitive pros like Benji Fishy. He was one of my favorite, but ripped his competitive career. But his old VODs are still good. And yes, you don't have to watch the VODs from this season. You can watch old VODs too, just so you can pick up old tricks and maybe use them in the future. All right, part 2 of step 4 is pay attention to the details. When you're watching a pro, don't just sit there like, wow, they're so good. Ask yourself, where are they landing? How are they rotating? When do they choose to fight and when do they back off? What edits and builds are they using in fights? And if they use like pre-edits and stuff, you can use that in your gameplay as well. Part 3 of step 4 is to steal their strats. If you see a pro doing something cool, write it down and try it yourself. For example, if they're using a sneaky peek shot or a fancy edit, practice it in creative mode until you've got it down. Just remember, pros make it look easy because they've spent thousands of hours practicing. So don't get frustrated if you don't nail it right away. Part 4 of step 4 is focus on their decision making. One of the biggest differences between pros and regular players is decision making. Pros don't just run into fights randomly. They think about stuff like, do I have enough materials to win this fight? Is this fight worth taking or should I rotate instead? What's the safest way to get to zone without getting lasered or getting caught out in the open? So try to understand why the pro is doing what they're doing. Once you get inside their head, you can start making smarter decisions in your own games. And step 5, practice, practice, practice. Alright, so you've reviewed your VODs and watched the pros. Now what? Time to hit the grind. Here's how to put everything together that you just learned about. Creative mode. Use it to practice your mechanics, building, editing, aiming. Creative maps like Raiders 464, Edits Practice, or Kovacs Aim Trainer are your best friends. Literally your best friends. Hang out with them most of the day if you want to go pro. Next, ranked mode. This is where you put your skills to the test. Don't be afraid to lose points or lose your rank. Focus on improving, not just winning. Next is scrims. If you're serious about getting better, play scrims or join custom games. They'll help you practice endgame scenarios and rotations. And one last thing I'd like to put in there is tournaments. Tournaments are a great way to show how well you improve in the game over time. So if you put all this stuff to work and you start focusing on getting better instead of watching my videos, because my videos can only do so much. It can help point you in the right direction, but they can't actually help you. That's what you got to do. But yes, tournaments are one of the best ways to track your progress. Tournaments are very inconsistent with players and who you will go against, so they're very good to play in. Ranked, it's very consistent about who you go against because you all have the same rank, so you guys are similar skill levels. All right, now step 6. Don't forget to have fun. Okay, real talk. Fortnite is a game. It's supposed to be fun. If you're sweating so hard that you're not enjoying yourself, take a damn break. Play some creative with your friends, mess around in Battle Royale or even ranked, or just take a day off. You'll come back refreshed and ready to improve. All right. Step 7, learn from your opponents. Sometimes the best lessons come from the people who beat you or you beat. If someone destroys you in a fight, don't just rage quit and blame the lag. Instead, think about why they beat you. Did they have better positioning? Were they faster with their edits? Did they outsmart you with a sneaky play? Watch the replay and analyze what they did right and what you did wrong. Learning from your enemies can give you insights that even watching pros won't. And hey, if they used a cool trick or strategy once again, steal it. Adapt it to your playstyle and make it your own. All right, step 8, build a routine and track your progress. Do all of this and keep tracking your progress. Getting good at Fortnite isn't just something that happens overnight, like I've said in every single video that I've ever posted. It's about consistent improvement. Set a daily or weekly routine that balances mechanics, practice, aim, edits, and building, and strategy work, reviewing VODs and watching pros, and actual gameplay. For example, warm up and creative for 20 to 30 minutes every day. Review a VOD from one of your games every day. Watch 20 minutes of pro gameplay when you have free time. Play 5 to 10 ranked games, focusing on one skill you're working on, like getting better rotations or aim, and keep track of your progress. Write down what you're improving at and what still needs work. Over time, you'll see the results, and it will feel insanely rewarding to look back and realize how far you've come. All right, step 9, engage with the community. The Fortnite community is a goldmine of knowledge and opportunities to grow. Join Discord servers, Reddit threads, or Fortnite-specific communities to connect with other players, share tips, and ask for advice. Post your gameplay clips and ask for constructive criticism. You'd be surprised how much insight you can gain from others who've been in your shoes. You can also join or organize scrims, team up with players better than you, and participate in tournaments. Surrounding yourself with skilled players will push you to improve faster than grinding alone. Plus, networking with the community can lead to some great friendships and potential collabs if you're creating content. Remember, it's not just about improving your skills, it's about enjoying the journey and being part of something bigger. Improving at Fortnite takes time and effort, but if you're consistent with VOD reviews and studying pro gameplay, you'll see results. Just remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Even the best player were bots at some point. So keep grinding, keep learning, and most importantly, keep having fun. Now go out there, crank some 90s, sweat on some little kids like your life depends on it, and please like and subscribe and use code NOTFLOW in the Fortnite item shop. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Peace.